making their way onto the Sydney Football Stadium. The cheers and the boos come as Paul Borton leads the way. And these two sides have the honour of playing the first grade semi-final at this magnificent stadium.
And here come the underdogs in the betting, but no doubt favourites with the crowd after that great win Tuesday night at the Parramatta Football Stadium to gain their place in the top 5. What a week it's been for the Tigers.
What a magnificent sight this is. Semi-final time, and that's from the lighting tower of the Sydney Cricket Ground, showing this magnificent stadium at its very best. And there's Paul. Hope the wind doesn't get up, Paul. Referee for this fixture today, Mick Stone, and the refereeing positions also being hotly contested. Referee Stone buys time on. Semi-final football underway. And Dale Shearer has first touch of the football as the Balmain defence moves to him. How tired is this Balmain side? Of course, the elimination game played against Penrith early in the week. Will it take its toll? And Kerry Hemsley's inclusion in this side, I guess, must be considered a gamble by Coach Ryan. He's ignored him all year, but starting this game today. Now, solid defence. Gee, that was a strong hit. Hemsley was involved in that. Now Shearer. Caught finally by, Hemsley coming in over the top. It was Ellery Hanley underneath and Hemsley over the top. Last tackle now for Manly. Down the blind side. The kick. Gary Jack across. Oh, very, very close to that line. Did well to pull that in. Now the Tigers, what can they do as Freeman is immediately caught by Cochrane. Neil onto Pearce. Pearce can't beat the tackle of Hasler. And also Gately. Now back for Elias. Sends Shearer running across for it. And Shearer has it. Links up with Stuart Davis. The defence brings him down just 30 metres out from the Manly line. Gately. Oh, solid hit. Gee, that was Maguire and Sirenen. And again, those forwards moving up very quickly to pull Daly down. Hasler now across to Lyons for O'Connor. But he's lost it. Podgy fell on it for Balmain, so the Tigers now as Hemsley takes it up towards the quarter line. Freeman across to Neil. Now Ellery Hanley. This big, powerful Englishman just outside the Manly quarter line. What a difference he's made to this Balmain side.
Yes, indeed. He's been a positive asset, hasn't he? In every way, he's very destructive when he tackles. He's also very destructive when he runs with the football. He appears to me to have muscles on muscles.
Now Maguire. And the last tackle for Balmain as Elias has it. Shearer under pressure. But in the end, seemed to have plenty of time to take that. And the quick restart.
Yes, let's check these lower grades just while we've got a break here. Under 21's Canberra 20. Manly 4. A great game by Canberra. Reserve grade. Here's the try.
Against the feed. The Tigers are going to score. Freeman is in. Oh, what an important scrum win. Oh, the Tigers roar.
Well, here it is on the State Bank replay. Freeman just threw the dummy. Hasler was wrong-footed. I would suggest Hasler's probably yards faster than Freeman, but he just couldn't get himself gathered in there. He ran around, propped, stopped. The lock forward was nowhere at home. Freeman sighted the opening and's gone for it. By gee, there's a try just at the end of that, and it's a classy try too. See it again. Ball came out. The scrum screwed. Hasler is there. Shearer is not at home. He's not where I think he should have been in a positional sense. that's a very, very good try, similar to a try I saw him score at Parramatta.
Yeah, well, Manly, of course, expecting to win the football from the scrum. Caught napping. Very important scrum win. And Conlon has the easiest of conversion attempts. That's his 70th goal for the year from 101 attempts. And Balmain take the early lead, 6-0 over Manly.
Just wonder now if Malcolm Cochran can do a Benny Elias and come up with a scrum win against the feed. He can't. Pearce just took it out of the lock forward roll.
Kicks through by Cleland to play the ball. If he picks it up, he'll score. Well, the ball's still not dead, Noel Cleal. Now it is, and it'll come back with a knock-on. Try was on.
Yeah, have a look at this. And the referee allowed this because it was legitimately kicked. If he could have scooped that ball up, it was going to be a try. But unfortunately for Crusher, that's something he hasn't been practicing lately.
Emsley is the change in the Balmain side, coming off after only 24, 25 minutes of play. And Steve Edmed, the new player on, who was originally chosen as Steve Roach's replacement. Billy Anderson, can you get with Kerry Hemsley?
Kerry's with me at the moment. Kerry, a very early change. Was that a preconceived plan?
Yeah, mate, I haven't had a game of first grade since March or April, so I think Warren just decided that we needed a few more men in our defensive line. I was starting to tire out there a little bit. There was a plan there.
Come back here in a minute because Gary Freeman has got another pass from Elias. The Balmain raid will stop this time. Now across for Elias again. Trying to switch that point of attack. He ducked under one tackle. Takes it inside the quarter. Last tackle now for Balmain. As McNeil puts this bomb in the air. Shearer's there for it. McNeil's trying to chase after it. He's lost the ball. It's loose. Manly get it. Oh, desperation stuff for the Manly side.
Yes, Shearer, I'm afraid, has not proven to me conclusively that he's ready for this fullback role yet. I'd suggest that will be the forerunner of many more bombs today. That was something very, very close.
Ooh-wee. Carried back to you and Bill.
Kerry surprising a lot of people. Balmain are finding some holes in the Manly side.
Well, I think as most people know, Manly do spread their defence. They've got 13 right across the line. So if you can't go around them, you've got to go through them, mate. And our quick little blokes are doing it. I thought our forward hit-ups might sort of make a bit of damage there, but our quick blokes are finding holes at will. Let's hope it keeps going.
Well, I'll let you get back and watch the rest of the action.
Edmed now trying to keep it going for the Tigers. Benny Elias causing them all sorts of problems right up the middle. Maguire now inside the quarter line. Elias and Freeman are the ones that have been cutting this Manly side open. Freeman with the ball now. Neil. Pearce goes without it. Hanley. The chant goes up for the Tigers as Hanley charges at the line.
Gee, he doesn't know when he's tackled this bloke, does he?
Neil for Freeman. Stepping. Back inside for Neil. Sights a gap. Pass goes out to Hanley. Great try. Manly have opened up again right down the middle. Look at the Tigers fans.
A splendid try to Balmain, started by Neil, giving the ball on the open side to Freeman. Freeman ran a few yards, got it back to Neil, got a pass away there out to Hanley, and Hanley was unmarked and untackleable really before he get to the line. This is Freeman. He props and goes back to Neil. Neil goes through some defence there, gets a good pass away. Hanley can't believe his good fortune, goes over and scores a try. Again, Freeman's the master of this. The little prop, the little right-hand turn, the ball back to Neil. Mr. Never Say Die is Neil, and he gets that pass on to Hanley, and Hanley's there and over the line before you can say Jack Robinson. That really puts a pretty ordinary complexion on it from Manly's point of view. They trail 10 points to 0 with a kick at goal to follow.
A little bit of a drink there for the Great Britain skipper. What a great buy he's been. And Manly, the 87 Winfield Cup champs on the rack. 1 from 1 for Conlon.
Let's get the work.
It's it sweetly. What a magnificent start for the Tigers. Balmain 12, Manly 0.
Ward seems to always get an extra little bit of enjoyment out of burying the Great Britain captain, doesn't he?
Now Sirinen. Oh, Daly trying to jump on his shoulder. The two big men come together. Elias. Back to Edmed. Room for him to move. He's got Neil with him. Neil has got Ham the Tigers on the attack again. Here's Brooks. Straight up the middle goes Brooks. 9 metres out from the Manly line. It's the last tackle for the Tigers. Elias has it. The kicker is going to be far too big. I don't really know what he was doing there.
Well, that's the first real dumb thing he's done for quite a number of matches. I don't believe there was any option for a field goal there. That was the attempt, but it just took the pressure off straight away, so Manly really breathe again. That was going to be probably another close thing out there on the right if they'd moved the ball out along their available three-quarter line. It was all in position and it was a go situation.
A little caution on the move for Cliff Lyons as Manly restart. Daly caught around the ankles by Edmed. Sirenen over the top. Cochrane links up with Gately. Hasler. Again, Edmed takes him around the ankles.
Well,
lost the ball. Elias picks it up. Balmain now have it with Neil.
Manly players are getting in each other's way there. Ward interfered with Hasler, who was trying to run.
Now Hanley, no one to pass to, so he runs on his own, and does he run well? Straight inside the Manly quarter again, Hanley. Only about 20 metres out. Elias, this time a shot at a field goal again, and this one is a much better kick, right between the sticks. That takes Balmain on to a 13-0 lead. Right over the black dot, that kick.
Yes, a one-pointer is always handy, particularly when you're directly in front. And that's in that situation there, not that far away from goal. He had the
absolutely glorious conditions. A very, very big crowd here at the football stadium for the semi-final game between Manly and Balmain, and the Tigers have the running at the moment. 13 points to 0. Balmain over Manly as we're about to resume for the second half.
Bill, just like the first half, this is the important passage of play for Manly, where the defence has got to be strong enough not to let Balmain easily out of their own territory.
In the first 40 minutes, they just couldn't stop Balmain. Balmain with that irresistible force, and they kept coming out of their own quarter without any problems. What made it even worse was it was very predictable. They didn't do anything fancy. They just ran from dummy half, hit the ball up one out, and the Manly defence capitulated. We'll see if Bobby Fulton's half-time talks had any effect.
Well, the Tigers have it with Maguire just outside their quarter. Freeman's kick down for Ticehurst. Oh, gee. Running very favourably for Balmain. Now Ticehurst back to his quarter. Caught by Sirenen and Hanley. O'Connor from dummy half.
Well, it's a sorry day when you see Michael O'Connor forced to run from dummy half to get a bit of momentum. That's how bad this Manly side are going at the moment.
Vorton will play. Back for Gately. Straight into Pearce. Still able to offload though. Cochrane will play at 10 metres from the halfway mark. Back for Vorton. And then on to Lyons. And he's put Ward into the break. Pass looked forward. And the referee said to play on, and they've lost it anyway. Nick Neal's picked up the football.
God, spammy days. You wouldn't believe that, would you? The one clean break they've made in the game. And the best, ostensibly the best footballer in the Manly side, throws the ball straight on the ground.
So the Tigers now, 10 metres inside Manly's half. Opportunity to put something on. And Conlon takes it up almost to the quarter line. Elias from dummy half links up with Pearce. Podgy runs inside the quarter now. It's the last tackle for Balmain. Freeman dummy half to Elias. The little kick ahead. Ticehurst is out there waiting for the football. He has it. And Conlon claims him just outside his own line. Hanley's down, injured in back play there. We need to make that tackle. He's hurt his knee. Now O'Connor across field and links up with Burke. Now, can they hold the football, Manly?
Well, there again was the frustration of Michael O'Connor not being able to get himself into a forward running mode. Ran 60 yards across field there, only about 6 feet out from his goal line. Hanley
still limping. Trainers are with him. Lyons turn it back inside for Gately. But gee, that strong defence. Elias and Edmed. Lyons sends it out on the full. Well, that just about sums up Manly today, don't you think?
They couldn't get a thing in a thing with a thing under the thing. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I can't tell you what I mean.
Okay.
Don't ask me.
Certainly Balmain, historically, I pointed it out earlier, have had the wood on Manly in the last 30 years in finals appearances. 6 times they've met. 6 times Balmain have won. They've gone into this match, certainly the underdogs, although it's still a long way to go, let me point that out. They're in it. Look at that crowd, 25,000, just over 25,000 for this game. And hats off to Balmain. Certainly playing with great enthusiasm. Hanley, caught by Lyons, and Hasler lost the ball, but the penalty's been given to Balmain. Mixed-out obviously called him to play it and held.
The Lyons wants to argue about it, but there's no use, absolutely no use arguing with the referee. The tackle had been called, obviously, otherwise the referee wouldn't have penalised, and he's pursued the thing to its ultimate destination. The ball came free. He got a penalty against him.
Wayne Pearce has been down receiving attention. He has 2 from 2 today.
I'd like to be as sure of winning the lottery as he's going to get this kick.
And some messages coming from Coach Fulton. I reckon that they will be pretty urgent messages now. Conlon, 14 or 15 metres in from touch. Didn't hit that at all well. It's gone to the right of the post, so the score will remain 13 points to nothing. Balmain shutting out Manly so far.
Pobsy now. Elias, a dummy half. Balmain keeping the ball pretty tight. The dummy from Freeman. The crowd chanting the Tigers. They can all sense the win. Neil back inside for Sirinen. Stands, looks to unload, can't. Last tackle. They've been camped here for quite a while now, the Tigers. It's where they want to stay. The midfield bomb from Elias. Pearce is under it. Throws the ball back for Freeman. They've got numbers here if they can keep shifting. Brooks. Well, there's a shocker of a pass. It went a mile forward anyway. Mick Stone's got this one. The ball ends up right into the crowd.
And after what seems like an age, Hardwick is finally on to replace Paul Sirinen. And Sirinen gets a huge round of applause from the Tiger fans. Gee, caused some damage, Big Siro. Well-deserved round of applause. Now, Tooby's fed it and it's gone with the feed. Tooby's caught on the quarter line. Lyons gave it away to Shearer. And again, that Tigerish defence. They're determined to keep Manly scoreless here. Gately. Ciro. Looks like he might have hurt his wrist or his ribs as he's holding. Again, Balmain defence chopping off the attack before he gets started. And, well, they're all appealing for possession. So referee Stone will put a scrum down. This is 32 metres out from the Manly line. Don't forget tomorrow, Canberra and Canterbury. Same time slots, Daybank, big game, 6 o'clock tomorrow night. We're doing that right through to grand final day when we're on here all day. 10 till 6, 8 hours of football. You'll see all the grades covered. Anything that moves, we'll have it covered for you. Grand final day here. Here's Hanley. Hanley's gone straight through. He's going to score on his own. And a well-deserved try to Ellery Hanley. And that will be the ball game as far as Balmain and Manly is concerned. Balmain will live to fight another day. Manly will exit. And Ellery Hanley scoring the try that has certainly wrapped up this football game.
Yes, what an influence he's had on the Balmain side. And there it comes from Benny Elias to Neil. The cutout pass to Ellery Hanley, and he runs diagonally and strong. Beats Lyons very, very easy. O'Connor can't turn in time. And eventually it's Shearer and Hanley as the only two that are involved. Watch him again go through this opening. It's very impressive. Throws the dummy, the little stutter with the feet, and then off he goes. A half-hearted defend of Lyons who doesn't make the scene. And there's Ellery Hanley with a pain of the sprint on his face. And that is definitely it as far as Manly's concerned. They've been really done over in this match. 17 points to 0. Not got on the board. And a penalty, or a kick at goal now to take place right from the sideline. Conlon only 4 or 5 metres in on the quarter line. This will be a great kick if he gets it, but with the Balmain good fortune today, not luck, good fortune. This is liable to hit the left hand upright, hit the right hand upright, bounce on the crossbar and go over. Yes, lads, it's all gone.
Are they planning their end-of-season triplets?
I think they might be.
Well, here's Conlon. He's planning to put this over, and so's the crowd. 4 metres from the touchline. Conlon's hit this one, and it's there. What a beautiful kick from Ross Conlon. Oh, this is Balmain's day. Oh, what? 19 points to nothing. Balmain shutting out Manly. Go Tigers, says Laurie. Tiger.
There's Benny Elias. What an outstanding game from him. Great performance from him today. Pat on the back from Scott Gale. You can certainly find some great performers in this Balmain lineup. Turvey with the feed. And nothing really left for Manly. Lyons. It's been the story of his day. Struggles to his feet. Ryan. The last couple of minutes of their season to go for Manly. Shearer. Half gap, which closed very, very quickly by Edmed coming across. Pocock just swings it out for Lyons. Did well to take that pass. One pass out for O'Connor that was touched. 6 more tackles. Stepping. Again falls back inside. The smothering defence that was all planned for today really has been magnificent. Knocked back. The 87 premiers won't cause anybody any more trouble this year. Headlock to the ground. Cochrane for Gately. The amount of time in this second half where Balmain have just been camped in this area of the game. Incredible. Another penalty for Manly. Shearer. Well, he's bamboozled still. Asking what can we do? Where do I go? Kicks to the opposite side of the field. Good kick from Shearer. Ryan quickly tries to restart the game for Gately. Two balls are on the field now. Turvey. Lyons. The kick ahead for O'Connor. Jack's there waiting for the bounce. It bounces toward it. O'Connor did well to take it. He's got support. It'll be a try. And away goes Ronson under the post. All too late. But I guess on one of the few occasions the ball has bounced their way.
Yes, I think it's true to say that luck, as it is in a football game, has been all with Balmain today, but most of the it's been due to the great defence they displayed in the early part of the game. But this little kick on this occasion, beautifully constructed. O'Connor was the man, obviously, who could probably the only man on the Manly side who could do that, take the ball on the burst, which he does frequently. There's the kick from Lyons. O'Connor was onside when the kick was made. The ball goes through. He gets to it before Jack spins out of the tackle. Almost always takes the right option. Gave it back to Ronson on the inside, and Ronson goes over and scores what is a very good try, but much too late, of course. So the score now with the kick has been taken.
It was successful, 19-6. Balmain, what a day for them. As Conlon just takes his time coming back to restart. The crowd counting down the last 4 seconds. It'll only be the one tackle. They've loved it. Incredible performance from Balmain, who bounced out of that sudden death playoff on Tuesday night. And a resounding victory. Make no mistake about it. Way too good for the 87 premiers. They were led right through this game by their forwards who just took control in the first half and ended up with a scoreline embarrassing to Manly, 19 points to 6.